In the early 70s, Emmett location for Boise Cascade had right around 1,000 employees working here. At the time they shut down, people were looking for work, and some of them couldn't find anything. A lot of them were people who had worked at the same job for 20 years and found it very difficult to learn new skills. So the impact of Woodgrain coming back in here, it's pretty big to the community.
So the Pioneer Fire provided lots of opportunities for us to be able to salvage the logs that were out there. And today's an exciting example of what do we do with those logs. We bring them here to a partner like Woodgrain Lumber, and they are able to actually use that and mill that to a place that we can actually put that back into the local economy.
So the Hugh Saw is a machine designed for smaller logs and faster production. So it has two scanners that will look at the log and decide what are the best pieces to cut out of it, and also the best value of the pieces. So it'll optimize it in two different ways. Really what it does is it taps into a market in the local area within a couple hours of smaller logs that really haven't been tended to in the last 20 or longer years. So that wood is ingrowing on the National Forest and on private land, and there hasn't been a market for it. And the hope is that we provide a market for that wood, which in turn will get residual stands growing bigger and healthier.
The impact of Woodgrain coming to Emmett, the citizens of Emmett are impacted. We have loggers, logging truck drivers, we have support people on the other side, trucking companies to haul our lumber out. We're even in talks with some railroad people if we ever want to ship product out on rail. $1 spent in processing wood usually turns over about 7 times. So it's going to trickle down to restaurants, to grocery stores, to the doctor's offices here in town. Eventually it touches everybody.
In the short term, they have created hundreds of jobs here in this local community of Emmett. The long term is that there will be jobs that are sustained over time. New restaurants are moving in. New opportunities are happening on the ground. Woodgrain Lumber is an important partner of the Boise Forest Coalition. And for me, that's the way we're going to get work done, is collaboratively. We have these partners that come together to share. They invest their time in coming to the meetings every month and talking with the log purchaser here. He comes every month, and he finds that it's important to be able to share his view of what's important to him. He sits across the table from someone else who may have an opposing view, and in the end they're able to come together to produce products that are benefiting the local community, bettering our forests, and actually helping the overall ecosystem.
I think we have a lot to give, and they have a lot to give us back. The more we participate in that coalition, the smoother that transaction becomes and makes it more successful for everybody, including the public.
I truly believe in collaboration. To me, it is the synergy that we need. We bring those different opinions together, and going from where we had small scale successes to large scale successes, where we're actually contributing back into the community, where we're hearing the voices from a variety of folks and having a greater outcome together than we ever could alone.